unfortunately, the Chevron B8, number 8, has had a little rotation there, one presumes, or did it just pull off? No, I think a rotation. Let's have a look. Oh, too much traffic.
Bit of confusion there in the traffic, everybody braking at different points as they're just finding their feet, finding their way. Again, you know, for a lot of the drivers.
Holding anything back. Chris wore that red and yellow helmet, been sticking out of the top of historic cars for a long time, and word from his sponsors. Oh, that is super, super unusual to see Chris do that. So huge disappointment. He went in, it was already loose on the way into the chicane.
Yeah, something didn't look right there at all. Down into Woodcote, you know, that was a very unusual angle of attack. We thought it was Chris being spectacular, but as you can throttle because he was fully crossed up here, and then just couldn't slow it down, could he? Maybe the brakes went from under him. Looked like very little he could do. Something not right there with that car.
Yeah, certainly the amount of hand movement we had is not how he'd have been turning to chicane. He's done it so many times in so many cars, but that is very unfortunate. And again, replay from the back. What are you seeing, Sam?
Oh, can't see a visible puncture or can't see any sort of suspension failure of any kind, which makes me think that perhaps it is a slightly stuck throttle or perhaps brake failure or something, because as he couldn't get the direction changed in the middle of the
maybe he caught some liquid being dropped by someone else, but that is a horrid one when it goes one way and then the other.
Is that on the exit of Ford Auto? That's a huge impact there for Carlos. Glad to see.
I suspect we're getting a safety car, and also off on the grass there. Is that going to be Chilton? It is. Tom Chilton toboggans back onto the circuit, and it's Ricky Collard, his teammate, who oh so nearly collected him. Josh
curves. Further back, this was Chilton we saw going off on the right, didn't we? Just got squeezed out. That's always a nightmare scenario because you can't stop the car and you know you're going to spear back onto the track, but fortunately manages to avoid his teammate in Ricky Collard. Yeah, he just lost the rear a little bit and that sent him wide, didn't it?
It did, and the pack goes past. He's back on the tarmac now, just avoided by other Hyundai.
Ana Luísa Pimpão, que por enquanto é a terceira colocada na categoria feminina. Segura, Coutinota. Francisco Coutinota viu o mundo em caco ali na entrada da reta dos boxes. Conseguiu evitar uma batida no muro. Ufa!
Teve rápido em todos os treinos, então de olho no Silas. Eu acho que deles aí é o que tem condição de cravar a pole ou baixar o tempo dele. Olha o setor 1 dele, acabou de baixar mais um pouquinho.
Pedro Pimenta, eu não vi a possibilidade do Francisco Coutinota evitar uma estampada.
Os carros estão muito equalizados e os pilotos muito rápidos. E aí...
Rápida foi também a saída de pista do Arnaldo Glavão, depois de um toque com o Yassin Abubakar na descida da chicane. Põe, como acompanhamos no início da transmissão, a nova categoria feminina. Olha a briga pelo segundo lugar. Eita. Não era por aí não, Ana Nuri. O acidente forte com a Ana Paula Nuri do carro número 300. Em plena reta dos boxes, vamos para uma intervenção de safety car. Ana Nuri. Olha só, bastante danificado o carro da Ana Nuri. Olha só. Aí. Parece ter havido um toque, hein, Pimenta, com o carro que vinha atrás dela. Que é também um carro da categoria feminina.
A imagem não está elucidativa. Vamos aguardar mais um pouco.
Agora
mas me parece que foi um toque.
Vamos ver, vinha aqui à frente o Rodolfo Sanz. Olha ali a Caterina Antonella do carro número 8. Acabou tocando a traseira.
Não, foi...
Tem gente falando comigo aqui durante a transmissão aí.
Teve um toque, sim.
Eu vi o toque.
Vai sobrar para ela.
Eu vi o toque da Caterina Antonella. Um toque muito sutil, por sinal, entre os dois carros. Aí acabou projetando aquele efeito alavanca no carro da Ana Nuri. Você vê de novo por outro ângulo, olha só. Acho que não resta dúvida, né, Pimenta? Olha só, e pro azar dela, esse muro um pouco recuado aqui em relação à área de escape. Se essa área gramada continuasse como é do começo ao fim, aí...
mas se o muro fosse retinho também ia ser ruim para ela.
Aí a gente vê do Fábio Luiz. Nossa, Fábio Luiz, onde é que foi o Fábio? Foi virando o volante, foi dando volante, foi levantando todo o barro por aqui, não querendo ir no muro. O Fábio Luiz, estreante. A imagem foi bonita, hein? Olha lá o que...
Epa, eu ia falar que não tivemos incidente, mas teve. Já tem gente escapando lá atrás, isso aí tá com cara de bandeira amarela total. 3 carros envolvidos ali de uma forma mais intensa.
Nossa,
aqui na curva 1 tem mais 3.
Mas
foi... Meu Deus! Nossa!
Meu Deus! Meu Deus, strike na LMP3. Quem foi?
Quem foi o caboclo?
O 4, que foi o que saiu rodando.
Bom, 4 não é carro de brasileiro. Safety car na pista.
Safety car era inevitável não entrar. Mais uma vez a transmissão enfatiza a temperatura da pista e a temperatura ambiente. Ó, se foi o número 4, Vitória, foi o anti-ramo.
DKR Engineering.
Mas acertou em cheio ali no meio também, olha só. E aí alguém comprou pronto ali atrás. Aí pela onboard de um carro da GT3, aí depois passando pelo caos.
Lancher tá nessa.
Pelos carros que eu tô vendo parado aqui também.
E se o Paul Lancher tá nessa, não é boa notícia, não.
É, vai demorar um pouquinho mais aí o processo, hein? Red flag. E aí, ó, olha só. Mas foi em cheio. Foi em cheio.
E foi o carro 17 que bateu em cheio.
Quem tomou a panca ali foi o Jonas Reed.
Na verdade. No incidente dos P3, o anti-ramo deu no carro do Nick Adcock, que daria depois do Paul Lancher. O Paul Lancher comprou pronto esse incidente, não teve a menor culpa.
Quem rodou ali?
É o carro do Colovos, né?
Ó, o 9.
O Colovos deu no Jonas Reed e a frente foi toda destruída. Nossa, e aí depois ele levou do... Depois ele levou do Lentudes. Que cacetada.
Não conseguiu.
Pedir Riot aí, ó.
Esse passou ileso. Passou pertinho da confusão ali, mas... E aí o pessoal da GT3 estava vindo lá atrás. Fumaça para todo lado.
Olha a fumaça, olha a fumaça e a poeira. E aqui, o carro da Ultimate, ó. Se você vê à esquerda, perdão. Esse carro passa ileso da confusão. Que é o carro do Fecuri.
And we are go for race 2. Is that a jump start, I wonder, from Dion Gouda? We have a staller once again. That's Alexandra Munoz who is stalled, but Dion Gouda looked very quick away. Oh, and an incident in the background. One of the cars going off to the inside. We'll confirm who that is in just a second, but let's of the race.
Yes, that's certainly true, Chris. And we can see we've got one of the FIA officials. I'm wondering if we can get a shot of this piece of bodywork. This is why, if I can, this is why they say to stand behind the white line in pit lane, because that came flying over the wall as the cars come through down into pit lane. Grazie. That was a piece of someone's front wing. It may have been Munoz. As the cars go down through pit lane, you just told us Marcus Sato, who was so quick in pre-season testing, has had a problematic start. I'm looking at the front wings of these brand new 326 cars to see if anybody has got it damaged. And furthermore, I can see the Trident team. They are behind me in the background. The Trident team are getting ready to receive one of their cars. And there is a very expensive piece of plastic, which is going back with an FIA official.
Thank you, Ian. Great view down there in pit lane as the cars came past. Now, it was one of the MP cars who was avoiding the stationary Marcus Sarta and clipped the front, or clipped the rear suspension there of the then spinning Marcus Sarta, and that out as well, and Ania Frey. How did it all happen? We'll find out now as they come through. Oh, and there, Alma Sergi. That was contact with one of the other RPM cars who got through. And then we see Miguel Costa going over the top of Ania Frey. And that is how the incident turned out. So it was Alma Sergi into the side of Miguel Costa. Ania Frey looking behind him, thinking, how on earth...
Ele vem junto ali com ele também, já ganha uma posição. E agora tem o toque entre os dois. Vai rodar o Fogaça e vai todo mundo ficar por fora. Aí o Fogaça roda, já tem um pneu estourado por ali. Aparentemente o Fogaça está fora de prova. Olha o que vai fazendo o Giovanelli aí. Já levou placa, já está fazendo aquele passeio no jardim. O isopor ficou preso na roda.
Virou uma calota ali.
Já vai fazer.
They've won a little bit wide. Oh, they got through the chicane. Big moment there. One of the JHRs and Virtuosi, or Argenti, sorry.
Yeah, Harley backs. Another pass in the offing here.
That's Lennon down the inside. Oh, contact with the wheel off, with the tyre off the wheel there. That's a real shame there, but that came off so quickly. He's just caught the front wing, of Balazari in the high-tech car. There, but Langendong did an amazing job.
Was the slowest one, wasn't he?
Yeah, it looked like it. The Virtuosi have come together. Proudfoot Naldo has been wiped out by Clark, his teammate, so not good from Virtuosi at all.
Now, the question is, will that be a safety car? Possibly not. I think the cars are mobile.
He's got going again.
That's good news. Look how busy this is coming down.
Oh, no, big contact, big contact. That's Harfield on board. Campbell, he's going to go over. No, he's all right, he's all good.
Thankfully, he is okay. That's Errol.
He's got his teammate, one of his teammates in further ahead. And oh, yeah, big contact there, and he's actually hit his teammate as well, which I think was Mercier. And yeah, you can see how close that was just to tipping over. Yeah, not ideal, not the start we were hoping for. Let's see again. Oh, yeah, they're just 3 into 1 there. It's got a bit of a pinch point as they all start turning in for the first part of Crainers.
They'll all argue they had the line.
Well, they will, yeah. Unfortunately, they do all have went a little bit wide there, coming through.
Smith actually is all over the back of, isn't he?
Oh, Felber! Cash Felber's went wide there, gone off. And now that's going to be another, if you can just gently try and pull away with that light at the rears.
Tease it out, doesn't he?
In the background, but that's even Jeff Wall trying to go on the outside of Smith, is it?
Yeah, he's Joseph Smith in 3rd place. We didn't quite see how Cash Felber went out.
Yeah, another 5-2, but that's with a slipstream as well. Is he going to go for a move? Yes, he is. Down the inside, Langan. Oh! Wow, I was not expecting that. I was actually expecting contact for the pair of them, but Palmer has really tried to avoid hitting Langendonk there.
3rd, and here's a replay.
Yeah, you can see just running wide there, and that's a big hit.
A 7ª volta, você tem de novo a imagem. Aí a rodada e a panca, hein? Uma rodada e uma panca de respeito.
Vini Ferro
e o 86, né? O carro do 86 do Vini Ferro e o 26.
Vamos dizer assim, como diria Januário de Oliveira, aqui na tela da 1000 por hora, vem pra... Opa! Lasqueira, já tivemos um strike na primeira curva.
Hoje vai ser difícil ter corrida, viu, Boina?
Eu tô vendo.
Pedrini conseguiu dar um sambalelê, né? Pra escapar disso.
Vamos ver ali, ó. Mas de onde veio o Laurini, meu? Eu quero ver de novo, porque a Vitória acabou de destacar ali o escapão do Pedrini. Vamos ver se eles vão repetir o replay. Agora sim, ó. Nossa, mas o strike, você viu há pouco ali.
O famoso torpedo, né?
O pneu, será que não trocou? Cada um buscando uma estratégia diferente nessa reta final de prova. Muita gente mandando mensagem também, interagindo através do chat da GT Series. Galera de Santana do Livramento do Rio Grande do Sul. Fabrício Denis, bora acelerar. Boa, garoto. Ai. Seguras, né? Aí, ó. De novo a escapada do Felipe Evangelista. Na hora que deu pé, né? Olha.
Bem na pontinha ali do guarda-reio.
Bem na ponta ali do guarda-reio. Infelizmente.
White line on the outside of the circuit going down towards turn 1, but a good getaway is made by Goethe, who outdrags Engel, who comes back in with this drama in the background, car in the wall already. Looks like it might be a Boutsen VDS Porsche, and mayhem has broken out as cars bounce across the road. Others go off in avoidance, and there's a big lose in the middle of the package. One of the Garage 59 McLarens that's gone around. I fear we're going to have to go safety car here. There's been one incident going into turn 1. There's another incident coming out of turn 1 to try and find clear space, and then there's going to be a Boutsen Porsche mid-shot, just going underneath the camera. And as the cars get towards turn 1, look towards the right of the screen, suddenly there's going to be a car that seems to go 90 left, I should say, and bang into the wall. But glanced across the front of other cars as it went to the wall. There is Baptiste Moulin coming the other way into the barrier. And if you're in the middle of the pack, where do you go? Because there are cars now either side, and there's debris being flung at you. Look at a huge chunk of bodywork being clipped.
So this is the second row car, isn't it? This is McDonald, who is off on the exit of turn 2. We'll see some chaos in the background. It's the CSA car, the Rover BMW, and the Com2U car as well of Boyer. They sandwich into the CSA car. It's then fired into the Porsche, and then that gets Jaden Kelly as well. We get roughed up there. That is going to be a penalty for me. Sorensen in the 7 car into the back of us in the 59. So I think the 007, but yeah, look at the energy involved. You can see the Greystone car has hit the Porsche but had nowhere to go. It is phenomenal driving by 40 plus cars to avoid those 3 cars that were really damaged, and Dean McDonald does well to roll back and out of the way there.
Maybe that could be poised to jump up and contend for pole. So after that spin then,
a black flag. A black flag for Ore Fadani for driving yellowly in from the lead. Louis Delatraz will go. Oh, big off down at turn number 8, and that's the BMW M. The number 25 car has gone in hard for Philip Eng. Somehow the damaged machine, the whole field slowed down. Will he get back out in the lead? Oh, there might have been help here. Lauren Heinrich from the number 5, JDC Miller down the inside.
To run him long on an alternate strategy, but this is not what they wanted to see. Ooh, interesting.
Well, that coming together may have started much earlier on. In fact, a lap earlier between Lauren Heinrich and the number 25 BMW Philip Eng, because on the back straight, which I presume was the previous lap, I've got to say Philip Eng was pushing the dark-coloured Porsche into the wall.
Just needs to settle back into that regular podium performance that he's demonstrated.
Oh boy! And that, what were we just saying? That was the commentator's curse. I blame you.
I take 50% of the blame for that right now. I'm glad it was a mild impact into the tires.
But again,
dang,
guys, that's another weekend, and it's immediately what is going through his head too. Denied. I mean, there's so much oscillation there on the brakes, so much bumps, so many bumps rather. It really can upset the car. And he's doing all he can to try and drift it through and avoid. It's hard to tell.
Didn't sound like he was locking up on the rear before this denied downshift, but you rely so much on the timely downshift to slow you up. It's much harder hit than I first suggested there. It's a good thing he got his hands off the wheel at the last second.
So yeah, denied downshift, basically, like you say, you're using the engine to slow you down. As you downshift, that helps the engine brake.
What happened to Nolan Siegel, and I think you guys are absolutely correct. Through 8, back steps out a little and slams into the wall.
Yeah, you saw he had the correction in, so as the left rear hits, the left front was turning into the wall, and that's what collapses it. Oh yeah.
Or not. Not sure the spotter audio was
synced correctly.
Well, it might have been synced correctly.
It probably spotter wasn't watching at the right time.
Red flag out on track.
Oh,
Schumacher. Oh man, lost all of that engine change. Let's get a look at what happened to him here. Just a bit too much speed, seemingly, through the fountain.
It's weird. It's almost like it was still driving itself.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Hope he got his hand off the wheel. And let's take a look.
On the brakes, heading down into turn 1, the car already starting to go on him, and then loses it over the curb and straight in at the front. That's a horrible, horrible impact.
Overcorrection, fires him in right front first.
Led all the way in race 1.
What have we got here then? Have we got a spin coming to? Oh,
David Bonser.
David Bonser. Oh,
hard luck, David.
That's such a shame. He's helped me out with his wife Jess.
John Mickle around the outside in the quick seal car, but a good start here from David Bonser. Oh, Butler!
Oh, let's make sure we don't have contact. Mickle just driving straight back into the middle of the pack. You obviously seen he was safe to do so. Good to see all the cars driving in a straight line after that. But yeah, David's made it yellows. Yeah, so he's only going to be. Oh, he's locked it up. He locked the rears up on the downshift, so the rear wheels have locked, and then it's just been out of control. Yeah, that's a shame. That'll pebble dash his helmet.
Da frente tentando ali avançar os carros da classe LMP3. Olha só o duelo ali na curva 1 e 2. Já tem gente ao contrário. Pela câmera do drone a gente conseguiu ver. Ah, mas foi sozinho, hein?
Ele pegou a zebra.
Teve toque ali na GT3 também.
Teve. Tem carro com um pedaço de acarenagem pendurado ali. Vamos ver o que aconteceu. Ah, o famoso play aí, Milani.
24 horas de play, rapaz.
Rapaz.
Mas o nosso ferrarista aí foi... Aí o Moreno, que está atribuído como brasileiro, que saiu ali. Vamos ver o que aconteceu.
Mas perdeu completamente a frenagem.
Opa!
Perdeu completamente a frenagem aí o Jerônimo, ainda ultrapassagens. Porque a bandeira amarela ainda é local. E aí, ó. Eita, mas o mundo girou! E a pancada foi forte.
Eu queria ser Marshall nessa corrida porque você não deve ter tédio, sabe? É toda hora rebocando um carro.
Just about squeezes through. Oh, that's going to be a big accident.
That's Charlie Hand. You called that one spot on. That's a shame for Charlie and the other guys involved. Massive shame. Archie Johnson has had no luck at all this weekend. He is going to be so sore about that, and I think Charlie's going to be sore as well.
I'm really worried about that. I'm worried about that. Both cars don't want to...
Both graduates of junior racing. Here's what happened.
Yeah, you see Charlie Hand there trying to, the brake lights flashing, trying to get the car to go in a straight line, and then bang, Alfie straight into his right front. And it was, we didn't see it live properly because we just seen the car go. But watch Charlie Hand, he's on the outside there. The car starts hopping and bouncing sideways, on the throttle, on the brake, trying to get it sorted, overcorrects, goes the other way, Alfie bang, straight into the front. But look, no brake lights on Alfie's car. Knocked out for me. Horrendous, absolutely horrendous, massive accident. Look, straight into it. Then I thought, where's he come from? Then you can see Alfie's car just keeps going. It's just because he's, in my opinion, he must have been knocked out. It's one of the biggest impacts I've seen for a while. And if you don't know, you can see this. So Charlie, he's a passenger now. The car flicks one way, and he's just so unfortunate that Alfie gets in there and he's hit him so hard. And the car, honestly...
last year, but now he can share ideas. They can share data, and they can share a bit of bodywork as well as he tries to go through on the inside of Harry Campy. Harry's got the momentum, but look at this. Here comes Porter. Porter's going to power his way through. Is he going to be able to go through right into the back end? This could end in tears.
No! Owen Hillman gets tagged and... Oh, no, I'm so glad that Ned's not been in there.
Anthony in the gravel, and Owen Hillman made the most. I'll tell you what, Owen Hillman's been running well in this one because he's been up with his Harry Campy finish in the end. Did he get across the line? He did in 14th. That was a shame. He's on for a good score. What happened here?
So Porter around the outside in the 94. Bit of contact between them. Watch Owen Hillman in the 70, down the inside, but he has contact with Campy, and that puts him into Ned. Ned comes across. Oh my word, Josh Porter was in first gear on the handbrake trying to get out of that. Ned Anthony, I'm not liking the look of this replay.
Streams past him there as he was trying not to fight the car and just let it rejoin in. Two more off at McLean's. One of those is Michael Keohane, who's in the tyre barrier.
Toby Trice is the other one.
Or Jacob Toft.
Sorry, Jacob Toft. Yeah.
So Jacob Toft tries to rejoin.
Yeah. We're going to have a look up. There's a lock-up with Jack Sherwood down the inside. He does get the car stopped, but there's the contact just on the exit of the corner. He just ran wide and sideswiped Steve Smith. And then the next incident happens immediately after that. Became Jacob Toft. Oh, he didn't quite see the start of that, but it looked like Michael Keohane was the innocent party. The cars come into shot. Actually, it looked like Michael Keohane tried around the outside manoeuvre and just slightly lost control, actually.
Question, did he jump or was he pushed? Walker to the inside, and there certainly was contact at the apex.
But the car was alongside, and, you know, have to wonder if maybe trying to cut across a bit too aggressively. It's such a
intense on that first lap, and it just means that we've got a car in the barrier there, number 55. That looks like maybe running wide on the exit and gone into the inside. And
he's not alone. Lydia Walmsley, James Seal. James Seal is 55. Lydia Walmsley. That incident at the chicane began with Lydia making contact. The two of them kind of got intertwined and banged into the tyres. And I would fear that might be a red flag because you've got two cars to move and tyre barrier damage. Unusual incident, that.
Yeah, it looks like they've tried to... Lydia sort of got an overlap through the chicane, which is... You need a real strong overlap.
Esta es la máxima, este es el superturismo en vivo por la tele. Este es el automovilismo nacional. ¡Uy! Uy, lo tocó y vuelco. Uy, lo tocó y vuelco. Lo tocó y lo tocó, vuelco. Lo atravesó en la S. Vuelco. En el super...
¿no?
A ver, ahí bajando, dámela de nuevo ahí.
Claro, ahí Roy quería atacar por afuera. Sí, como que los dos se apoyan, ¿no? Y yo creo que Roy le va dando el espacio a Bonin, ¿no? Pero hay un momento que se queda sin pista Roy también. Y ahí, es más, capaz que hasta levanta Roy al levantar.
Estos primeros metros.
Alvarito, ¿cómo estás? Bueno, buenas tardes para vos, buenas tardes para todos. Una largada positiva. No había practicado largada y largamos bastante bien. Así que nada, contento, tengo un buen ritmo. Agora hay que buscar avançar e nada, ir em busca de quedar entre os 5 primeiros.
Kaká se mantém em primeiro. Olha ali o Gabriel Casagrande, carro número 83, dividindo a chicane com o Arthur Gama, que viu o mundo ao contrário. E aí é problema. Acabou saindo barato para todo mundo. O Alfredinho e Biapina passou como uma bala pelo lado do carro do Arthur Gama ali, pela grama. Aí é um trava-língua bom pro nada. O Arthur Gama, veja só. O Gabriel Casagrande vem para dividir esse espaço de pista com o Arthur. Ele ficou sem espaço para a saída de curva e rodou na frente de todo o pelotão. É aquele momento que dá saudade de casa, Lipe Paiga.
Exatamente, e ali a gente vê dois amigos, né? O Alfredinho Biapina e o Arthur Gama. O Arthur acabou pegando na zebra para dividir ali, e quando ele pega na zebra, o carro dá um pulinho e perde totalmente a aderência, principalmente porque a zebra deve estar molhada, né?
A zebra está molhada e oferece uma aderência bem diferente da aderência que eles encontram no asfalto.
E a rodada aí do Alfredinho Biapina, que acaba perdendo aquele pedacinho ali que é para facilitar a entrada e saída do piloto.
A escotilha?
A escotilha.
É esse o nome que dão, Lipe Paiga?
Não sei se...
Para nós é escotilha.
Mas pra gente vai ser, a gente adota esse nome, pronto.
Kaká Bueno e Gabriel Casagrande comandando os primeiros metros da temporada 2026 da NASCAR Brasil. Pode ser já, né? Pode ser já. Veja aí o Kodair, bela estreia do Alan Kodair, e o Denis Navarro vendo o mundo ao contrário. Segura, Denis, para não ir pro muro, e ele foi pro muro.
E vamos ter safety car com certeza.
É questão de ver a condição do Denis.
Com certeza.
Olha só,
vamos ver o replay.
Vai aparecer lá o fundo da imagem. Foi lá fora o Denis Navarro.
E aí ele foi na grama, e a grama tá muito molhada.
Mas quando foi pra grama já tinha perdido a traseira do carro, né? O carro já estava iniciando a rodada. E na grama molhada é muito difícil para o piloto conseguir manter qualquer tipo de controle.
E aí você vê a suspensão dianteira no momento que ela quebra ali, quando pega no muro, não tem o que fazer.
Aí vai ter de ser retirado pela equipe de resgate o carro do Denis Navarro, que é um dos pilotos da Cavaleiro, como vem para tomar a posição do Kodair. Emparelhados, eles sobem para o trecho chamado Curva da Bota, e o Victor Andrade rodando à frente de todo mundo. Todo mundo conseguiu escapar, só que a Tatiana Calderon acabou, olha fogo amigo, as mina pira. A Tatiana Calderon acabou rodando e sendo atingida pelo carro da Bruna Tomazelli. As duas meninas que nos brindam com sua estreia na NASCAR Brasil nessa temporada. Começou essa confusão, quer ver só? Olha como ele veio vendido lá atrás. Rodou o carro número 22 do Victor Andrade. Ele tentou controlar de um lado para outro, saiu por ali o Murilo Rocha para evitar a batida. A Tatiana Calderon na desviada também rodou. E no segundo momento da rodada, o carro dela atinge o carro da Bruna Tomazelli.
E é engraçado porque o carro da Tatiana não aconteceu... Não tinha nenhum dano até esse toque ali. Perdeu aquela parte do motor, mas é porque encostou na placa ali. Era só colocar e seguir a vida. Mas aí esse toque com o carro da Bruna pode ter prejudicado de fato.
E cabe lembrar que todos os pilotos da NASCAR Brasil têm para uso, uma vez durante a corrida, o Carter Boost. O que é o Carter Boost?
O Carter Boost é um momento a mais de potência.
Olha o Kaká Bueno. Um tiroteio ali com o Gui Paques com o Tito Giafone. O Alan Kodair vê o mundo ao contrário.
Acho que o Alfredinho tocou nele, hein?
Tinha tudo para terminar mal. Olha, rapaz, foi o Ricardo Zonta.
Aí vai dar safety car.
Mais uma vez para você. Aí vai ter o toque entre o Alfredinho e o Kodair, o efeito alavanca que faz rodar o carro do Kodair. Quando eu dizia isso, pode terminar mal?
Já sei o que aconteceu.
Por algum motivo, o Ricardo Zonta...
Ele foi desviar e pegou na grama por fora ali. Quando o carro pega na grama, como a gente disse, tem chuva. Teve chuva durante a madrugada, teve chuva de manhã. Ele acabou pegando ali e você vira passageiro na grama molhada. Como a gente disse aqui, só tem uma pessoa nesse autódromo hoje que é capaz de andar Olha lá, e aí ele volta para dentro ali. Só tem uma pessoa que é capaz de andar nessa terra molhada aí. A nossa repórter Brenda Balista, que foi piloto de motocross dos 10 aos 15 anos de idade.
¿Qué pasaba con Blaney? ¡Ah! Blaney fue el que trompeó. Blaney fue el que trompeó. ¡Uy! Empezamos con problemas. Este es el 007. Ese un 0 nada más. El 07 está... ¡Oh! ¡Se voltea! ¡Este es Coppel, partner! ¡Este es Coppel, el que podía ganar hoy! ¡Qué gol que se acaba de meter Coppel! ¿Con quién se enganchó?
Auxilio. Todo de color azul claro. Y mira, se queda un poquito suelto. Y precisamente viene el contacto por parte de Retzlaff. Pues vaya, creo que nada más fue eso, que quedó suelto el auto y que se impacta con el de Retzlaff.
A ver, aquí lo vamos a ver justamente. Se le va. A ver. ¡No! ¡Lo toca el 88! No, fue golpe de Willy B, partner. Willy B es el que lo toca. No se le va solo a Coppel. Willy B tiene un toque con su propio compañero de equipo y es el que lo manda directamente a este desenlace.
Bueno, pues ya vieron entonces la forma en la que se da ese contacto. Vamos a ver otra vez, ahí donde vienen los tres autos, se hace un pequeño sándwich y efectivamente se tocan, lo dices muy bien, partner, y es como se va contra el muro el auto de Carson Coppel y después se encuentra con Retzlaff que lo pone a dar de vueltas. No veo responsabilidad alguna de Retzlaff, habría que ver la situación con Byron. Los dos, bueno, pues creo que ninguno de los dos cede un espacio y estaban muy apretados. No me parece una situación donde él hubiera intentado de alguna forma tocar al auto.
No, ¿sabes qué pasa, partner? Retzlaff es el que le da la mala suerte sin ninguna mala intención, ni mucho menos. El tema con el coche, el toque con Retzlaff es lo que hace todo esto, ¿eh?
Y ahora, pues Carson Coppel, por cierto, era uno de los pilotos que estaba peleando por el Dash for Cash. Entonces también descártenlo de esa situación.
Hablando de su nieto, y yo creo que era una asignatura que Tai tenía pendiente. ¡Ay, compañero! ¡Compañero, no me ayudes! ¡Uy, otra vez! Este es Avalich. ¡No me ayudes, compadre! Jesse Love y Austin Hill están empezando como con Creed. A ver. Ahí están parejos. Partner, que ve, se bajó Love, partner.
No, yo siento que se le pierde el coche a Hill, pero bueno, ahora veremos.
¿Tú todavía confías en que fue algo? A ver.
Mira. Siento que se le empieza a mover ahí.
Hace una corrección, sí, tienes toda la razón. Sí, te compro tu idea. Hill hace una corrección, sí. Se le estaba yendo y lo corrige, sí. Partner, hoy te cedo la razón.
No, pues vamos a ver también qué es lo que nos dice Hill, que seguramente tendremos su opinión al respecto. En una de esas va a querer continuar, aunque me parece que el auto va a estar lastimado por este contacto, que se da exactamente sobre el eje trasero del lado izquierdo. Entonces, como tú dices, es muy probable que esté doblado algo, cualquiera de todas estas piezas, pero sí, yo siento que se le mueve el auto antes. Y
no se ve.
Los neumáticos izquierdos de Hill también estaban sobre la línea, que eso también habitualmente te complica un poquito el tema del manejo.